Hi, Glenn Phillips here with Lake Homes Realty and lakehomes.com. So I get this question sometimes. What is a buyer's agency agreement? It turns out it's something that can be a little scary to some people, but if you understand it, you'll realize it's going to actually be beneficial to you. If you can get over the aversion of, I don't want to sign something till I know more about the process. And that's exactly right. I want to talk to you today about what you should know about what this agreement is and why it can help you when you're buying a lake home. First off, the real estate agent that's going to do a great job for you in finding and buying a lake property is going to do more than open doors. They're going to do analysis of the markets that meet your criteria and your goals. So instead of maybe looking at 20 houses over time, maybe you look at 5, knowing the other 15 that you could spend and waste your time looking at don't fit what you're looking for. So they're going to do some homework for you. They're going to do legwork. When you're ready to make an offer, they're going to do a lot of things about comparing what this market value would be compared to things that have sold recently in this market that's similar or not that similar. They can help you sort that out beyond you just seeing what's listed for sale, which isn't market value. Second reason is, if you're working with an agent to help you buy a home, you would prefer that they have a fiduciary financial responsibility to take care of you, and this is something that you can help leverage to get. They're working on your behalf. In fact, there are states in the country, not all of them, but if you are working with an agent and have not signed a buyer's agency agreement saying they work for you, by law, they are a sub-agent of the seller's agent, and their fiduciary responsibility is to the seller, not you. So you'd be going around looking at houses with somebody whose fiduciary responsibility is the other party. But the buyer's agency agreement helps solve that. A buyer's agency agreement also creates transparency of commission. This is something that's well explained and has been since we started the business, but we've been continuing to do. Here's how the agent you're working in will be paid. If there are questions, if there are discussions, if you want to adjust the rates, if you want to understand what the seller is contributing, this is all part of what's transparent in this agreement, so no one gets surprised at the closing table about how money flowed. The scope is adjustable on a buyer's agency agreement. A lot of people don't know that. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's say you've just met an agent, you haven't done your homework, which is always questionable. You don't want to get locked into a very long term working with an agent, but you say, look, I need your help. I would like your fiduciary help. I'd like your homework. I get you're doing it. I'll sign an agreement that's limited to the scope of the houses we look for, this month, per se, or this week. The more you narrow it, the less engagement you're going to have with that agent. But it would mean, oh, if we look at these number of houses in this smaller period of time or these specific properties, then you have an agreement that that agent will be paid commission through the details. But if it's outside that scope, you're not obligated and bound to that agent. So doesn't have to always be a blanket agreement, and that's something you can discuss with an agent. A great agent will explain all those pieces. The other thing about a buyer's agency agreement is I'm going to suggest that it should drive you to do your homework about the agent you're working with. It's great that you call someone up and they answer the phone, they agree to open the door for you. But what you're really looking for in buying a dream home, particularly at the lake, is something that's going to have a lot of nuances. You need an agent that's going to understand the nuances of the lake, not just somebody who happened to get a lead from some source that they may have even paid for. You want somebody who understands the nuances of the lake, because it's no guarantee that the listing agent understands it. And so there are things that are unusual about regulations of shoreline, about what you can do with your properties. Is it leased land? And so you want an agent that will take care of that. So by doing a buyer's agency agreement in advance, kind of encourages you to do some homework, because you want the fiduciary responsibility to help look after your side of the transaction. So now you can do your homework to see, am I getting somebody who's really going to understand? And you're not under that dilemma of, I just showed up and I'm being asked to sign an agreement of somebody I just don't know anything about. So I think it encourages you to do your homework even on the buy side of a transaction like this, and particularly at lakes. So I hope this helped explain buyer's agency agreement. I think they're even more important in a lake market because of the nuances and unusual aspects of that kind of real estate. But be sure and visit us at lakehomes.com. You can see tens of thousands of properties for sale right now. We have our own agents that are specific to us all across the website, across the country. And if you're in a lake market that doesn't have one of our agents, we have a massive network of agents that we can refer you to that get you the help you need, who will also be glad to explain the buyer's agency agreement and how it serves you and answer any questions that will help your transaction, that you can get the best transaction of your dream lake home. I know it's been a little nerdy, but I hope it's helpful in your buying adventure. Thank you and have a great day. For more information, be sure to check out lakehomes.com.